What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe with No Days Off DFS here to bring you another WNBA slate breakdown for the one-game showdown slate we got today. No live stream today for this, of course, because it is just a one-game slate. We will have other content and stuff dropping throughout the day. Hopefully, I will get you guys an NFL video. I got someone coming on today to actually do it, so should have that content out for you guys, and hopefully as things keep on rolling, I can get some college football, and also maybe can cover some of the FIBA World Cup as stats and stuff actually get translated into English and can actually cover that stuff. But if you guys are new here, you guys enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the uploads, the videos, and the live streams that we're doing over here on the channel, and drop a like if you guys are enjoying the content that we are putting out. Yesterday's video honestly was a banger, was pretty good. We hit the nail on the head again. I myself, as you can see, scores right there in front of you. I had a positive night because I played a couple of GPP lines and they leveled out for me. Got lucky enough that I didn't go negative with my main line, which you can see up there at the top, the 175. That right there, I played around, and in all honesty, one of my biggest mistakes that I made was I played Dana Evans over Grace after I was so high on Grace, so high, but I was on the Dana juice, went right back to her when I didn't need to. Honestly, did not need to. I was stuck on Lloyd. I played Lloyd. Took her a minute to actually get going. When she finally got popping off in the fourth quarter, that really just helped a lot because she was sitting at like 20 for the longest, so that definitely helped. Got Asia Wilson on a down game. Got lucky with Jonko Jones. She got it really going towards the second half. They went away from her in the first half, tried to play small, ended up getting their behind spanked, and then finally went back to it. So that was lucky. And then when we got the news at a walk, she was going to start. Of course, that was just a no-brainer at 3K. You play that and you eat the chalk, which is, I want to say 25% of the field faded her for whatever reason, didn't play her. That was just, no, you eat that chalk. She's going to start, min price, and you know her usage is going to somewhat be there. And she got there, 25 fantasy points, and she played almost, the whole daggone game anyway. More than enough. Really great. And then, of course, if you went on the opposite and played Maddie a little bit to get different, didn't do bad. Maddie, she still scored double-digit fantasy points, but a walk was the key piece yesterday. And in all honesty, I know my mistakes that I made. I only show this to you guys so way you guys can see. Yes, I play what I'm giving you guys. I play what I'm talking about and everything. And could have been a bigger night, but I will take it. You know, it's right there. It goes right back into the bankroll and get to roll it into another slate, which will be the showdown slate for today. It's not a big slate. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with the scheduling, but it's really sucky that we get a one-game slate on a Friday when we're used to getting these 3- and 4-game slates, at least a 2-game. They could have given us a 2-game, but nonetheless, we got the Sparks taking on the Dream. No news really for the Sparks. Same people out. Lexi, she's out still with that sickness. I don't know what she got going on. And then for the Atlanta Dream, Alicia Gray, she is doubtful to play with that ankle sprain that she has. So we should see these same starters with Danielle Robinson, Ari McDonald, Ryan Howard, Naz Hillman, and Cheyenne Parker. Now, the only thing that I would pay attention to would be if we're going to want to make sure that the Dream don't decide to switch things up and start Haley Jones after her big game, and Ari McDonald, let her come back off the bench, because in her 2 starts that she's had, Ari really has not put up anything in those starts. Her stats have been honestly just mid. She hasn't caught fire, but granted, she put up 15 and 17 fantasy points in 30 and 24 minutes. That's really just her bench numbers right there that she's putting up. I would expect more from her, especially getting the start. You're out there, the usage is there, your shot is there. She's taken 7 field goal attempts, made 1 in that first game that she started, and then in this game right here, what do we got? We got 8 field goal attempts. She made 4. So, I mean, that's a little bit better, but I kind of expect more from her. Really, no assists, 1 assist. She got 7 in the first one. So, definitely, this is a spot she could possibly bounce back. Hopefully, she does. But nonetheless, showdown slate. So, of course, you kind of got to get different and everything on that. Speaking of the showdown, going over the DraftKings, the site that we play the most on, the site that we have been money on this season. If you guys do not have an account, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus, and join me over here on the King and go ahead and cash out with us over here. All right, so going over to DraftKings, looking at it, if you guys don't know, if you've never played the MVP, Captain Slate, or whatever, same thing over on FanDuel. You have the MVP, they got the 2 other slots, the Pro and some other crap. FanDuel definitely is a little bit better-ish on these showdown type slates because you can get different with those 2 spots right there. Eating chalk at the MVP spot and then just getting different in your other 2 spots. That's typically how it works over there. I play more on DraftKings anyway, so this is where always my focus will be. When it comes down to it, looking at the captain MVP spot, you already know Nneka, Ryan, they're going to be more than likely the 2 highest owned players inside this position at the captain spot. Now, Nneka, coming off of that last game, didn't do dilly-billy squat out there against the Phoenix Mercury. Of course, that game was a blowout. This game on today is projected to be a 2-point spread in favor of the Sparks, so it should be a much closer game, hopefully. And considering that it's not going to be really facing a BB team of the Atlanta Dream, yes, you're going to have maybe some bench players slid into the starting lineup, but when you got Cheyenne Parker, Ryan Howard, and I'm going to have to give Danielle some props because she's played well over the last couple games, maybe they can actually keep this game competitive considering you're only going up against Canada, Clarendon, and NECA. Well, I guess you got to include Azura Stevens the way she's been playing over the past couple games. But still, it should be a much closer game than what we have seen the last time the Sparks took the court. Now, NECA, definitely bounce back spot. Maybe some people might be a little bit distasteful after that 19.75 she had, and she was so high on. She was like over 50, 70% in the captain spot. And if you faded her on the last slate in the captain spot, 100%, you jumped the whole field. If you played Canada, Stevens, Clarendon, or Megan in the captain spot, you jumped it. Easy day. Now, NECA, I wouldn't be surprised. She should probably be high owned again, but again, get different. Ryan, all the uses that she's going to have in that last game going up against the Las Vegas Aces was expected to be a blowout. They kept it very close throughout the game until it got later on into the game, got out of hand. She dropped 47.5 fantasy points in 35 minutes, 9 of 16 from the field, kind of cooled off in the second half. But again, she's going to have all the uses. There's no Alicia Gray out there. She's going to chuck her shot. She's going to do what she got to do. Cheyenne Parker, another one we can come down to, had a dud game the last time out there, dropping 8.25. She is another candidate that you can look at and play into the captain spot. She's done pretty decent going up against the Sparks for the season. Now, honestly, not bad game logs when you look at it. Yes, she only got 20, but this was in 21 minutes, a fantasy point per minute practically for her out there. 28 minutes, she dropped 39, and then 38 minutes, she dropped 34. So I do like my chances playing Cheyenne Parker in a spot that is a perfect bounce back spot for her. I just seen a backup center in Megan Gustafson go out here and drop 30-plus fantasy points, and I know what Cheyenne is capable of, especially considering that she had been pretty consistent over her last 5 to 6 games, 5, 6, 7, 8 games before dropping that dud of the 8.25 going up against the Aces. Definitely a spot she should be able to take advantage of. Azura Stevens possibly could get her into foul trouble and have a pop-off bounce-back game. They're going to need her scoring either way on today going up against the Sparks. Just done deal. So toss that last game out. Same thing for NECA. Toss it out. Don't think about it. But if people are going to think about it, Cheyenne Parker, that's the way you get different in the captain spot. NECA, not a way to get different. I expect her to be owning the captain spot. Same thing for Ryan. Now, you can come down here. Some other candidates you can put in the captain spot. Canada, once again. Canada is Canada. Even in 26 minutes, she still dropped 27 fantasy points, did much better than NECA, and she's also a hell of a lot cheaper. Looking at it, in her matchup going up against them this season, she already has a 43 fantasy point game in 38 minutes. In 32 minutes, she dropped 26. Still, not bad. I don't mind it. The uses that Canada brings, the assist upside that she has, the scoring upside that she brings, and also her defense where she can grab some steals and stuff, I do like that. Azura Stevens would be another one that I would consider, but I wouldn't have too heavy. I would only play her if I'm playing multiple lines. When I look at it, I want to say Stevens only played one game going up against them. Nope, she played in all three. 33, 39, and 28 fantasy points. So this is definitely a spot that you can go to. If you do not play any of these players inside of your captain and MVP slot, definitely you want to have them inside of the util spot. Now, speaking of util players, this is where it's not even a point for me to hammer on the starters. You already know you're going to mix and match and play your starters. It's going to come down to these cheap players or who's going to be the cheap player I'm going to play. If Haley's coming off the bench again, I'm going to play Haley as my util spot. If Haley starts, I don't mind it, but I might run with McDonald just because Haley's going to be higher owned, and I want to get different. Yes, some chalk is good chalk, but I want to take either, I want to take 10K or I'm going to take my 0 and not cash for the day. That's how I look at it when it comes down to a showdown slate. I'm not looking to min cash. That's why last showdown slate, I faded NECA in the captain spot. I played Canada. It burnt me because I didn't have Cunningham or I didn't have Clarendon inside my line. So I took my 0. Walked away pretty happy with the results because it was on the right process by not playing NECA in that captain spot. So here, if Haley starts, I'm more than likely probably won't have her inside of my my lineup. Instead, I'll run with Ari just to be different. It is a $200 difference. I know everybody's going to run to Haley Jones. Not saying Haley is a bad play. She definitely can't go out here and repeat, not a 42-point performance, but she has had time going up against the Sparks for the season, and she's done pretty well in this position. In 20 minutes, she dropped 22 fantasy points, 18 minutes, 18 fantasy points. She only played 5 minutes right here and gave us 1 fantasy point. So when she's getting the minutes and the time, she can definitely go out there and produce. The only reason why I say I'm not going to focus on Haley if she starts is because I don't think the usage will be there as heavy. Yes, the usage was somewhat there for the fact that she still played 30 minutes in that game, playing alongside Ryan and all that other stuff. But starting is a whole different ball game. Typically, she is a playmaker before she is a scorer. She dropped 23 points in this game. Not taking anything away from it. I just think I'm going to play the odds. I'm going to play something different just to get different on the slate. Come down here, you can always go to Carly Samuelson if you want to run that. That's a GPP option. I never really play her on any slate. She dropped 15 points in that last game going up against the Phoenix Mercury. Played against the Dream last time, 26 minutes. Gave us 13.5 fantasy points. GPP option, never really play her. Clarendon, the way that she's been playing over the past several games, I'm definitely going to have some consideration for her. Playing against the Dream, 32 minutes, dropped 26.75 fantasy points. Not bad for a player that is sitting here at the 6K price range. And then Danielle Robinson, just a simple fact that the girl's been on one. In 29 minutes going up against them, she dropped 20.75 fantasy points. But in these 2 games without Alicia Gray, and then, of course, the 1 game without Ryan, she's been scoring a lot more. I think that she can keep that up, especially because she is getting to the free throw line. I'm not going to say that the Sparks, they foul a lot, but still. Stevens, she's known to foul. Canada, I want to say that Danielle's going to be a little bit bigger than Canada out there. And then Carly, you can always get her into foul trouble as well. So I will have some interest in Robinson just for the upside that she is bringing to the table with Alicia Gray being out. Definitely will more than likely make it into my line. Take a GP flyer on Hamby, but I just think she's way too much when you have these 2 cheapies down here. And you can also look to Monique Billings, considering that we are missing Alicia Gray in this spot. And then if you want to get really, really different, Letitia, you can look here if you want like a super flyer. She played 12 minutes in the last time playing up against the Sparks, gave us 12.25 fantasy points. Of course, that game was a blowout. And the one that she played on the 2nd, that was all the way back in July. So don't believe that was the most recent game that they actually played going up against them. And then, yeah, that wasn't in the most recent game that they played. And then, I mean, just look at Ari. 21 minutes, she dropped 22 fantasy points, 15 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. So this definitely just seems like it could be a bounce back spot for Ari right here, just simply to me. Another one that I will have some interest in will be Rupert off the bench. She played 17 minutes and gave us 9.75 fantasy points. Last time playing against the Sparks, she played 4 minutes, gave us 2.75. And then, I know she played in the other game. Where is it at? Okay, I don't see it. But just a really crazy deep GPP dart if you're just trying to fit like a whole bunch of studs and you just want some kind of weird crazy value. Just the fact that she is getting this amount of minutes in these last 2 games is the only reason why she'd be on my radar. Of course, I do expect a bigger game from Cheyenne Parker. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Really no props and stuff out. Still waiting for the props and stuff to upload on the sites and everything. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, we will have some NFL content and some college football content coming out to you guys. See you guys for the next big slate that we have. And I will be joined by my boy BK to break that down. Definitely, you guys do not want to miss it. If you guys are looking for our plays, core plays, and everything that we got, make sure you check the links in the description below so you guys can check out the Patreon and you guys don't miss anything on that. With that being said, it's your boy Zoe. Peace.